Enos Collins, who was the richest man in Canada at the time of his death, made much of his fortune through privateering, using his ships to capture enemy ships at sea.
A privateer is not a pirate, I have to make that perfectly clear. A privateer has a license from the government, a commission, and you can only be a privateer in wartime.
Privateering is a very regulated form of warfare. Sometimes people call it legalized piracy, and that's not terribly accurate because privateers were licensed. They had this magic document called a letter of marque, which was a license to set up your private navy, but then you had to obey all these rules. Privateers come in all shapes and sizes. Wealthy privateer owners will sort of outfit big warships that are, almost the size of some of the Navy ships. But generally, a very cost-effective privateer vessel is one that's small and fast. You can sort of catch up with your quarry, and you can escape very quickly.
The skill to privateering was to capture the best prize you could find without any damage to yourself or the prize. If you shoot up the prize, then that lowers the value, possibly damages the cargo, reduces your profits. The ideal was to try and capture a ship with the minimal amount of gunfire. I think privateers had a fairly major impact on the War of 1812 just because they were so annoying. They weren't like naval vessels that could bombard a town or could create a lot of havoc and make people nervous. What they did was just slowly chip away at trade and at people's confidence. Places like Boston and New York lost ship after ship carrying cargoes of flour and salt and molasses and sugar and all kinds of staples that they needed.
Nova Scotians and New Brunswickers outfitted about 50 privateers. And they captured in total about 250 vessels, just slightly under half of what the British Navy captured. So here's this little fleet of privately owned vessels, don't cost the government a cent, and they're capturing almost as much as the big British Navy is capturing. So that's a very good investment in terms of warfare.